International Volunteer Meeting. Aruna's just showing us around. This
Hi.
is the monastery. Go ahead, Aruna. It's all you.
Sorry?
Can you show? Can you do the little walkthrough on the monastery again? Because it's
Oh yeah,
now.
yeah. I think you guys like to see that.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll show you first. Right now I'm in a room. I'm using right now. So okay, here you go. This is where we used to having a little bit chat over here, like
The library too.
yeah, kind of library, and then yeah. This is we used to meditate over here, like especially walking. Yeah, maybe walking and sitting.
That's like the main meeting room.
Yeah, that's great for walking. There's nothing to bump into. Nice and open.
I keep on hearing a ringing.
Okay. So yeah, we have water here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thank you for donations, please. And yeah, this is the entrance. It's going to be a little bit. Do you want to see the outside a little bit?
No.
The front?
Sure. We're waiting for Bante to see if he comes. And I think also
I'm just playing.
Anthony too.
Buddhist flag.
Oh, nice. Can you step back so we can see the front of it with the flags?
Yeah, these are the nice flags. Like, these are the two flags, and then this is how we see the outside.
Day today.
What's the temperature? What's the temperature
3
there?
degrees.
I think
3 degrees.
less than 10.
7?
Around 3.
Yeah, so this is the street just front of.
Okay, now walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
There's a lot of walk there.
Can you see, Emma?
It just went over. Okay, there you go. It's cold here. It was -2.
I don't know. One of my house tour.
Looks good.
Let me know you guys ready to the meetup, right? So.
Okay.
Because I'm just playing.
Yeah, go head back in and stay warm. It looks cold there.
Oh, it's okay. This is how it is.
I don't know. You're hilarious.
It's still not bad. The weather is okay.
You could go and visit all the restaurants, and Tina could be right there with you. And do your video meetings with the managers there, or with the restaurant managers there.
Sorry?
You could go and visit the restaurants and bring that with you.
Oh,
So
you left the light on.
Oh, the restaurant, the one, right? Okay. Do you want to go? You want to see that one? Maybe another time.
Sure, we'll get started because we only have about 15 minutes left. So just kind of following our format of, and I had sent out
Wait, sorry, I don't know. I left the light on in the front entrance. You should turn that off. I don't know.
Sorry?
I guess it's no big deal. Okay, continue. Sorry.
That's okay. Saving energy is good, right? So I had sent out an agenda just a few minutes ago, and kind of following through with the format to try to keep us a little bit organized. I had wanted to ask Bante if there were any food needs this week or any other requisites. he's not here. Aruna, do you know of anything in particular that's needed there, food-wise, for this week?
Not really. We don't. Yeah, we.
Everything's okay at the moment? Okay. Tina, did you have anything for the Food Dana team, or is everything all set at the moment? I think you're muted.
No, this week I don't have anything. Yeah.
Okay, that's good because we've got the robe to talk about. So Bante put me in touch with a supporter, an individual in Thailand, and she's going to help us place the order, which is good because I have no idea about this. I don't know if any of you have ever had any experience with anything like this, but it's all new to me. So she's given me some information, and I don't really understand it too well. I was really hoping to ask Bante. She's giving us a price of 5,200 baht for Jen, Jene, and 4,500 baht for Mashalin cotton each. So I don't know for sure what that means. I don't know how many of the Mashalin cottons there are. But it sounds probably like more than what it is if there's 2 of the Mashalin cottons at 4,500 each and 5,200 for the baht. I think it's around $400 if I looked that up correctly. So the plan is to place an order with her. It's obviously a special robe custom made for the cold Canadian winters, and we'll place the order with her. She said that it will take about a month, and that's pushing it real close for us because I was looking up on the end of the rains, the end of the Vasa is Paravana, and that's October 27th, next week. And then traditionally people offer a robe within a month of that. So we may possibly get it in time. If not, it'll be a little bit after that. But it's our first attempt, and we're kind of learning as we go along. We'll definitely know for next year. And Tina had asked about making one for next year, that's an awesome thing. I'm not sure if that's doable. I don't know if that's something that is possible because I know there's a lot of requirements. I think it's even in the WINIA, like the size of the pieces and things like that. Here's Monty. He can tell us all about that. Hi.
Did I come just in time?
You came at the perfect time, Monty. How are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm okay. It's the head monk's birthday, so we just finished talking.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to
Damo.
Bante Damo. I had gotten a little information from the individual you put me in touch with in Thailand, but I don't really understand the references. She said the price is 5,200 baht for Jen, Jene.
Say again?
She said Jene.
Jean, pas yin. It's jean.
Is that the
That's
fabric?
the thick cotton.
Okay. And
She spelled it wrong.
oh, that's okay. I'm just trying to get a reference. And 4,500 for Mashalin cotton each.
No, I won't use that. That's very thin and only useful for tropical countries.
Oh, okay. So that's a different kind of cloth. Okay, so we'll let her know.
Muslin. What do you say? Muslin? Muslin cotton?
Mashalin. Okay. Oh, maybe.
No, it's
like
an English. It's muslin.
Muslin, I think, is in English. Okay. So then, I thought those were all different parts of the robe. I thought there were a couple of different.
No, that's actually. See, she's talking about a robe set. No,
Okay.
I'm not sure what your intention was, a single robe or a robe set, because she's thinking what I got last time, which was a whole set. So it's completely up to you what you want to offer.
Yeah, we'd like to offer that, so that would be.
Your voice went down. Your volume went down, Robin.
Oh,
Can't
sorry.
hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Stefano?
Yeah, better. Yeah.
Okay. So the set is like 2 robe pieces and the cloak. Is that it?
3 robe pieces. 2
robe
robes are exactly the same, and then there's the lower robe, which is about half size.
Okay, so if we tell her a set in the jean, that will make sense?
Yin, you can spell it, well, yeah,
I'll
say it
spell it the way
as she spelled it, yeah.
Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so a set in the jean. Okay. And she said it will take about a month. So we're hoping that it gets here. I think Aravana is next week, and Katina should be done within 1 month of that. So we're pushing it close, but maybe possibly we'll get here in time. If not, we'll be a little late, but we'll know better for next year. And the other thing is, for next year, Tina is interested in finding out information about possibly making you a robe. Is that something that's feasible?
If she's a good enough seamstress. I've had a monk warn against it because you have to know the particular rules in regards to the measurements. But if you copy exactly an existing monk's robe, then it shouldn't be a problem. But you can't just make it any old way. There are certain standards that have to be followed from the rules.
Those are in the Winia?
Yeah.
Particulars? Okay. We've got some time to think about that, but it's something, something Tina was interested in, so we can figure out if that's possible over the course of the next month.
Maybe if you Bante, if you have an extra robe, you could send it to her, and she could use those measurements.
Yeah, well, I will. This robe will be extra. I'll have to throw it away when I get the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, send it to
That would be great if you could send it to me. I can just measure the exact same dimension and see how it's assembled. I can make the same one.
Have you seen them? They're many pieces.
I saw the picture of on the website. It seems there are many squares. The outer robe is many
Squares and
squares.
strips and more strips.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I can sew it as long as I know how to assemble. I mean, how to lay out the pieces. I can sew them.
We don't have a lot of time for next year.
And it,
I'm sorry.
I saw there's also there's outer robe, under robe, and what's that? There's another piece. There are 3 pieces.
yeah, well, the upper robe and the outer robe are the same.
Outer row and upper row is the same.
In fact, some people speculate that all 3 should have been the same size originally, but it's kind of changed. The tradition now is the lower robe is about half size.
I think the one that we're ordering is a little bit longer than the one that you have. So
did you say 2.2?
Yeah, we said 2.2. So Tina, if this happens that you're copying the robe that Bante has,
right.
you actually
have to increase it
longer because that one is a little short last time around.
Robin, your voice is very small and very low.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, Robin, you're actually competing with the people in the monastery.
Are you guys hearing me? Hearing all the people here?
There must be people around you.
Sorry.
So, Robin, you are saying that the rope should be a little bit longer?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Bante had last time around, his robe was a little shorter than ideal. So the one that we're ordering now is a little bit longer. It's 2.2 meters instead of 2.1 meter. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. If you are copying what he has right now, the one that we're ordering for this upcoming year is a little bit bigger. So maybe you just have to add a little bit to it.
Okay.
But you got lots of time to figure that out if you know.
Yeah. And what do I search? What's the keyword do I search for the rule of making it?
Yeah, in the Winia there's I'm probably Bante could point you in that direction a little better than me, but I remember reading there's different dimensions and things.
Okay.
Yeah, I can try to help you look that up. And then lastly with that, once it does arrive, would be nice if we could have a small local ceremony, maybe maybe Aruna and whatever other meditators might be in the area. Maybe they could get together to do just a little offering of the robe. That would be nice if possible. So what I was going to do with this was place the order and then put together an online campaign, a completely separate You Caring campaign, to allow people to contribute toward it, share in the merit of it, and so forth. And it has to be completely separate from our other You Caring campaign. And just so everyone knows, it also has to be separate from the Sirimangalo International normal bank account, because from what we're understanding through the different things that have been discussed through the admin committee, the money for Sirimangalo International can be used for anything for the monastery, the meditation center, anything for the general nonprofit, but they can't be used specifically for things for Bhante specifically, his own personal use, because he's a director. So something like this, it's going to be kind of informal outside of Sirimangalo International. I'll be the organizer. I'll collect the donations. If by any chance the donations exceed the cost of the robe, my thought was to redonate those to, I know Bhante, Wat Khmer Kram is having a You Caring campaign for their building project, and I thought if by chance donations exceeded the cost of what we needed for this offering, that we would redonate them to that, if that's okay, if that sounds all right.
Why not redirect it to the monastery at Hamilton?
I'm not sure if that is complex. There seemed to, I don't know, probably have to talk to our accounting people. It was Bond who was kind of really knowledgeable about the separation between anything for the profit of an individual. So if this was, and I would clearly put that in the online campaign, what was going to happen with any donations which exceeded the costs. But I think there's supposed to be a separation. So I don't know if that would.
Oh, okay. I guess we have to check that.
Yeah, we can check into it. So that's kind of what's going on with that. Bhante, did you have any particular needs this week that we can help you out with? Anything going on at the Monastery and Meditation Center?
I need to get name cards made.
Name cards? Like?
Thank you.
So what time do you want to go?
Yeah, maybe 2 or after. I talked to Dara already. He can take it. Thank you. Just my name cards. I've got both I've got the artwork already. I just need to have them mass produced, like.
Oh, okay, like a business card.
Yeah. Except not a business.
Right, but the same idea. Okay.
Same but different.
Sure.
This is funny. Dammo just gave me a Tim Hortons card for $100.
I think he got it wrong. Like, it's his birthday, right?
Well, no, actually, in Buddhism, we give presents on our birthdays.
Oh,
that's the Buddhist tradition.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, we don't have the same tradition as in the West.
That's nice. That's really nice. Okay, so how is this to order the name cards?
If someone wants to do it, or if the organization wants to do it. Actually, someone yesterday offered to do it, but then didn't follow up on it, so I'm assuming she just forgot or wasn't ever really keen on it. But, yeah, I wonder if I have to honor her wish to do it. No, probably not. So, no, I haven't said anything because it's not urgent, but it would be nice to have them. I actually do need them.
I think you would, especially with you're in a new neighborhood and just letting people know about the location.
Yeah.
Opportunities to meditate there. So,
Robin, your voice is low.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I'll try.
Okay, Bhante, can you put the information on the design, can you put it in Google Docs or something, or wherever you can share it with us? We'll make sure that gets ordered.
Sure, can do.
Okay, just another quick news. Our online campaign, it's been slow lately, but that actually works out well from what Jeff was telling us last week. We can't transfer more than 20% of our donations from one calendar year to the next. So he was actually, recommending holding off on promoting the fundraiser. I just did a quick update and noted that due to this not being able to carry over so much money, we've reduced our goal to a 6-month goal of 12,000. We're up at like 10,500 now, so that just seems kind of more in line, and that way it just all kind of makes more sense, I think. If anyone else had any suggestions on that, but I thought I'd just kind of leave it. It's slow, so I don't think it's going to push us over any sort of problem area where we're carrying too much from one year to the next. But
do you remember what the limit was?
He said 20%. We couldn't carry more than 20% from one calendar year to the next. So, but the idea of that the rent is already, that money is already kind of needed and designated for that. I guess that didn't count.
It's confusing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we'll have to follow up with Jeff on that. But in any case, the online campaign, instead of being 24,000, it's 12,000 now. I just explained it as, we're seeking the funding for a 6-month amount because of this accounting issue of not being able to carry over too much. So it kind of makes sense. And also, Stefano, you had done that nice campaign video. Were you able to put the donate button on it at all?
You could put a donate button, but there's no donate button for the UCaring website. There's like other donation sites, but not UCaring.
Okay. Alrighty.
So that's why I just put the link in the description box below. And also, I was going to add like an intro to it. Maybe put some pictures of the monastery, because it's not too like attractive right now.
Well, if we add it to the UCaring campaign, there's lots of pictures on the UCaring campaign. There's a whole photo gallery. And,
yeah, but people wanting to click, we have to get their attention to want to click that link. Like, they just see someone talking, like, I don't know, it's not as appealing.
Okay. Do you want me to add it to the campaign anyway, just to have it there? And
Sorry? What?
Do you want me to add that video to the UCaring campaign?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
yeah,
where
we could always change it.
Where would I find it?
Okay, I'll send you the link.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you. And then we can add it to the UCaring campaign, and can just get a little exposure, because it is a really nice video. And again, we're not promoting it a lot, not trying to get a lot of funds right here at the end of the year due to this accounting issue. But it is a nice video just to
just
have it
show.
out there, have it used. It looks like we don't have anyone from IT this week, which is unfortunate. I'm not really sure what's going on with them, but maybe we can follow up with Doug and George individually and see what, if anything, they're up to. Using Slack to communicate, how does everybody think about that?
I just used it once. I guess it's good. I haven't been using it.
Yeah, I
have it open all the time.
Oh, good. I've been kind of forgetting about it, so I just need to keep reminding myself to put things there.
And also, there's a mobile app for Slack that I just installed. That seems pretty nice. When you turn that on, it turns off your email notifications.
Oh, good. Bante, how are you liking or not liking the Slack? Is that working out better for you? Because I know you were getting a lot of email.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. Slack is, the thing about Slack is it's all organized into threads, searchable. It makes sure that the group has access to all of our conversations. So if we do like Google Hangout conversations or Facebook chats, then it's scattered.
Yeah.
The idea of Slack is to have it all in one place. Another neat thing is Trello that Doug set up. Trello looks really useful because it's like group to-do list, So it has all our tasks, what we've done, what we've started doing, and who's assigned what, and that kind of thing.
Bunty,
Seems quite
have you
useful.
used Trello yet?
No, I went in and looked at it. Doug had it set up. It looked kind of neat.
I'm just curious whether or not that overlaps with Slack too much. Like, would it be confusing to use both?
Yeah, I mean, it's always the thing about using too many platforms, but they do seem to Slack is more about chatting, right?
Yeah.
Conversations. Trello is more about tasks, assigning tasks, I think. I don't know. I've just looked at Trello once, but it looks neat.
Yeah, whatever we use, just encouraging people to give updates on where they are. Like with our online team, I'm not really sure where they are, if they've been contacting anyone, keeping in touch with anyone about what they're working on. I'm not sure.
Well, I've talked to Doug a little bit. He's asked me some questions just after reporting, after we had our interview, because he's doing a meditation course right now.
Okay, so maybe we can put in the minutes to encourage more people to sign up for Slack. It looks like there aren't that many of us on Slack right now. It's set up well. It seems to have good potential, but there aren't too many of us on it, so maybe we can just encourage that a little bit.
Yeah, so let me know who to send invitations to. I can send those out.
Sure. Yeah, maybe I can just give you the emails of everyone in our volunteer group.
Okay.
Because they're all people that had voluntarily given us their email, so I'm sure they're potentially interested. Jeff had asked if there were any suggestions on the new meetup site that he had made up. If there were any suggestions changing the text or anything on it. Did anyone have any suggestions on that? No, I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we had a question for Doug on privacy information on the meditator questionnaire, but we'll have to address that when we have some contact with Doug. That kind of leads into the admin committee and the things that we discussed. We had our admin committee meeting yesterday. We're meeting on Saturdays now at 2 o'clock, and Samantha is going to join us beginning next week. So we'll have 4 of us there. And yesterday we reviewed the insurance package that's being offered to cover liability for the monastery. There was an abuse package to pay out in case we were charged with an abuse lawsuit. We decided not to go for that. It didn't seem appropriate. It didn't seem like it seems more so for companies that might be charged with sexual harassment and things like that, and it really didn't seem applicable. So we're going to bypass that. That was an extra $500 per year, so we're not going to take advantage of that. We're also not going to install the door alarm as was required in one of the packages. It also seems unnecessary.
Here's an interesting thought. I mean, I just thought it was kind of funny. I was going to say, oh, so you trust me not to sexually assault one of my students, but what about in the case where I was, say, accused of sexual assault? Because that does happen.
This was paying out damages to someone who, well, first of all...
Sorry, Robin, you're not coming through.
Sorry, just a second.
Okay. Yeah, the abuse insurance is very involved. First of all, yourself and any volunteers at the monastery would have to have criminal background checks, all sorts of things. There's sexual harassment policies that need to be posted in visible places. There's really a lot involved in it. We thought it would kind of change the whole feel of the monastery with all this sort of thing.
So it's more than just lawsuit protection.
Yeah, it's requirements.
You actually have to put something up in the monastery about sexual harassment?
That's the least of it. Yeah, there's quite a lot involved.
Oh.
Yeah, police background checks. I don't have it. Does anybody, Anthony, do you by chance have that handy?
No.
No.
You mean the document from the insurance company?
Yeah, I could probably find it. But as far as covering you, Bante, I mean, if it really wasn't clear what it covered, just lawsuits for the organization. So if the organization was hit with a lawsuit, I mean, what you're talking about would be a criminal. That would be criminal charges against you. So that's a kind of a
right. I guess
thing.
that would be criminal, right? So that's
that would be criminal
something else
charges.
entirely.
So that's a whole different thing. This is more so protecting the organization's assets against
From civil liability.
a civil suit against them. Yes. Yeah, I think I can probably find that real quick. Okay, so what it involves is, does your business or organization have a formal written sexual abuse harassment prevention plan in place? And is this prevention plan shared with all employees and volunteers? Does your formal prevention plan contain a statement of policy, et cetera, safe environment by preventing harm to those in your care, zero tolerance for sexual abuse, harassment, molestation, corporal punishment, or neglect?
So this would be if it actually did happen, and they tried to sue the company for like engendering it, or
like in a corporation, if you have someone who is sexually harassing an employee,
right?
The corporation's assets are protected.
Right, I see. We don't need that.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes on and on. Everyone has to have an application, a criminal record check, background checks, personal interviews, statutory reporting obligations to Child Protective Services. It's really quite involved. But again, in a criminal case, this wouldn't help in a criminal case anyway. And the other thing that we were inclined to disregard was the recommendation to have a door alarm. That was only going to save $11 per year on the policy, and my sense was that you really didn't care for the idea of having a door alarm, Bante. Can certainly understand that because just the accidental nuisance going off.
No, yeah, and I've actually done something that might not be recommendable either. A few people have the code for the front door. So, it's just, I wouldn't want to have to punch an alarm code in every time every evening or something.
Yeah, those go off accidentally.
But I might put a lock on my door, because that's where all the valuable stuff is, so the computer stuff. There is a few thousand, well, several $1,000s worth of equipment up there.
Sounds good. Is that the lock itself? Is that something that you can put on the wish list, or maybe something Aruna can?
I already have an extra lock. Actually, I can just put it on myself.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay, sorry, I just need to get back to my records here. So the insurance package is still being considered. Jeff is going to get in touch with our insurance representative and ask a few questions. We had some questions about directors' liability. Apparently that's a concern too. If there was a lawsuit against Sirimangalo International, people who are considered a director could potentially be personally liable. So we wanted to be really clear about that. We also had made some changes to the meditator questionnaire and revision, and wanted everybody to take a look at them. They are on Slack, and they were sent out to, I think, all of us through email as well. So if anyone had any questions or concerns on that, it looks like we lost Bante, and he was the one that I definitely wanted to make sure that. Oh no, there you are. Okay, I'm sorry, I just didn't see you. Bante, did you have a chance to look at the meditator questionnaire and waiver?
No, sorry.
That's okay. They're on Slack. When you get a chance, just let us know. We had just updated some things, and just wanted to that you're okay before that was added to the website.
Okay. In fact, if Anthony, the contact form plugin, you can use it to make an application form. which is what we used to do.
Oh yeah, contact form 7, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It
I can help
should
set that
work
up.
quite well to just, yeah. And then we get all the information directly via email.
Okay, that kind of answers some of the things we were trying to work out yesterday in the admin meeting, which was how to get that sort of information up front. Because we don't want things like someone travels from halfway across the world and then finds out that they have to go back right away.
Yeah, so that would be something to implement for sure.
That sounds good. Yeah, we added a few things that were a little more specific, asking about mental illness and medications and things, just so you have that information up front. So you just take a look at it and let us know. Also, Anthony is applying for a corporate credit card for Sirimangalo International. Because the organization doesn't have any credit per se right now, we may have to start out with a small card where you put an amount of money, $500 or whatever, set aside, and then you get a $500 line of credit. But it seems like it would be good to establish a line of credit for the organization in the event that, bigger things down the road, purchasing something large for the organization, and also just to be used to keep, routine purchases separate from volunteers' personal finances. That kind of makes things a lot easier, and we don't have the issue with the exchange rate between the U.S. and Canada too. We know that we need to have an annual general meeting, and we were thinking of January 16th for a date for that. It needs to be after the first of the year, but not too far after the first of the year, because one of the things to be done at that is to determine the directors for next year. Currently, the directors are Bante, Anthony, and Manbina, and it's unclear whether Manbina is interested in remaining as a director, so Anthony was going to contact her and find out. And then once that information is known, it'll be part of the next year's AGM to...
She was supposed to come by this weekend. Maybe she's already come by and I'm not there. I should call her today. But she's just been very busy with a course she was taking, and it's over now, so I don't get the sense necessarily that she'd be interested in being on the board, but she'd probably be helpful. But yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath to think she's going to stay on the board.
Either way, we'll get that information. Is January 16th, is that tentatively okay for everyone?
Sure.
Is that a weekend?
It is Saturday. Oh, that's a Saturday. Saturdays aren't good for you, right? You have the...
No, that's okay.
I think it's short from what they said, from what someone was saying, that it takes like 10, 15 minutes. It doesn't really take very long. Anthony received a copy of the bylaws of Tisarana Buddhist Monastery. We're looking to revise and simplify our own bylaws. I haven't really read them, but apparently there's some complexities there, so just looking to simplify them if possible. And lastly, from this committee, there was a suggestion to clarify and review the rules for meditators coming for a residential course. Right now on the website, it looks like there's just a link to the 8 precepts as far as the rules for meditators. And, many of us are familiar with, there's some other things like no reading, no talking, no internet. So we just wanted to maybe have something a little more comprehensive, both on the website for people to know up front, and also a suggestion to print those out and actually give them to residential meditators who come for the course. A hard copy in a very simple little welcome packet of some type, and we can talk about what kind of things might be good to have in that, but just a little something, a reminder once people get there. Did you have any?
Well, we have an 8 precepts. That's a good point, but our 8 precepts page, I think I made up a handout of the 8 precepts. It mentions those all under the 7th precept, right? No reading and so on. But yeah, just a link to the 8 precepts probably wouldn't do that. We used to have, at various times we've had booklets, meditator booklets, not for a long time, but when I was more settled down in Thailand, we did have a meditator booklet that we printed up and handed out to new meditators.
I think something like that would be really a good suggestion, for moving forward. Just a big, because as people arrive, it's hard for you to remember, all the different things that you'd want to mention. So if you have it all printed out, that would make things easier on you and on them, I would think, too.
Yeah, I mean, when it really worked, it was when I had a committee or I had people staying with me, working with me. I've been alone most of the time since then, so we're not really at the point where we have a real high obviously we're not going to have that many people coming to meditation courses, so it's not that big of a deal to have it yet. It kind of comes as you grow. We're sort of at this stage of one person coming, but yeah, it would be nice to have.
Right. Do you have a printer there for your computer?
Yeah, we have a printer.
Okay. So if someone, if someone here was interested in putting together some information, or if you have some information that you can pass along that we can maybe update and put it into a form, you could print it out for a new meditator to come. Just print out the rules and and whatever other information you might want to have for them.
I think that would be doable. Yep.
That sounds good. And then lastly, just a few projects that if anyone is interested in taking care of, just looking for someone to put together a coordinator for the small local robe offering ceremony. There's a limited number of people in the area. I'm looking at you, Aruna. Is that something? I think you're muted. Oh, Stefano, you're in the area too. I'm sorry. I forget about you.
Yeah, and going there to meditate for like about 2 months.
Oh, awesome. So between you two, would you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sure. Thank you. So, can you repeat?
Yes. So once once the robe that we're offering to Bhante arrives, would between you two, do you think you could just put together just a small, we'll talk about it and everything, but just a small ceremony to offer the robe to Bhante?
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. The same thing.
That would be nice.
Sure.
It's just kind of new for a lot of us, who didn't grow up in a Buddhist culture. This is a new thing to offer a robe to a monk, and even though we're far and it's on the internet and everything, it would still be nice to have that closure of, you donated towards it and you helped this to come about, and then, maybe to have some pictures or a short video or something to kind of, so people can feel like they're participating in it. That would be really nice.
It's a great opportunity for that kind of thing, and then it's according to the culture and thing, I mean, not on culture. So, yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good.
Thank you both. It's probably going to take a month for the order to be sent, but we'll keep in touch and make sure that happens. Also, if anyone watching this video is also local and is interested in organizing a painting party to do some painting in the monastery, that's always an ongoing wish.
Yeah, my opinion, it's unnecessary. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. It's, if someone's interested, maybe someone will offer to take over on that. We're also interested in having someone contact all the translators for the translations that are in progress, and Anna Paulina, who's one of the people in our volunteer group, she has offered to contact all those people. So, Bhante, would it be possible to send her the information on the 6 different translations that are in process? You're muted.
I don't even know if I have a list. Probably I can put one together. I'm sure it's all in my Gmail. I can just search for who said what when.
Yeah.
But some of it was from Facebook, and I didn't ever keep a very good track of who was doing what.
Well, you said Ali.
But I'll try.
Is
Yeah, I've contacted him now to find out about what the status, but it seems to me someone else got involved, and I can't remember who that was. So I think Ali will know who that was. I'm just waiting for him to reply. And then we have the Devanagari, or the Hindi version is, I don't know, it's a bit of a mess, but it's in progress. And that's Meghna is sort of coordinating that. So, yeah, I don't know about the other ones.
Yeah, we have someone offered right now. He's in our meditation group, offered to do the Persian. If it's just unknown what the status of that is, give it a chance to hear back from Ali. But if there's no progress on that or whatever, we have a new person who was willing to do that one. And then last project, still looking for someone to create an iPhone app for the Meditation Plus community. And was there someone that was working on that, Bhante, or?
Yeah, I have to contact him probably because he just seems to have disappeared.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to kind of take some of this off because you have so much that you're doing right now, and just hoping to kind of take some of this off your, plate with trying to contact all these people. If you want to send along their information, we can get other people to.
Sure, that'd be great.
Yeah, so if you want to, send that, maybe if you can send as much contact information as you have to me, and then I'll parse it out to the other people that were interested in helping out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bhante. Did anyone have anything else?
Yeah, I was thinking about how about represent? Can you hear me?
Say that again.
Okay, sorry. I think my mic is far away.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about a local representative in other countries, like especially maybe state or UK, because then in that sense they can collect the dana offering or other donation, and then we can transfer at once, because that way it's pretty convenient for other people.
So to have someone contact you for...
No. Sorry, what I mean,
I think he's talking about the local representatives in certain countries.
Yes, that's what. Because, when it's going to be very convenient, when they want to offer a dana one meal or couple of meals, because then, they might know the in person, then they can transfer themselves, to the one person, and then he might transfer at once in a month or 2 months.
So, for example, we could ask Samantha to be the UK representative.
Sorry?
For example, we could ask Samantha if she wants to be the UK representative.
That's what I thought, because Samantha was having hard time, sending, dana, and then so I'm pretty sure there are other people too. They have a lot of hard time. I mean, we know, right? So then in that sense, we also going to have less transaction, and then going to be easy to track, and then I mean, for other things too, we might need for sure.
So I'm sorry, I'm just not sure what the person would be doing, the local representative. What would they be doing?
We basically what I expect, offering dana, say, then the local representative get the offering money, right? So then he can collect, and then we might know how much is there or whatever. So then he can transfer at once in a month, or not only that, actually, it's some other stuff we are getting. I have some items, right? Some dana, right? Some offering, right? So
I don't know. You have to stop using the word dana to mean specifically food, because dana doesn't mean food. Dana means gift. It's only in Sri Lanka that dana means food.
I mean, actually, sorry, Bante, like, I mean, dana, I mean, yeah, for sure, food. And then in addition to that, like, we are getting some other, I don't know, offering, right? Like,
the word is dana. Dana means gift, so we're getting different kinds of gifts. What you're talking, when you say dana, you mean food, but the rest of us are a bit confused because that's not what the word dana really means.
So, yeah, my point is like having a local resource is going to be much easier for the local people over in past 2 years.
It's a little hard to hear your microphone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, his connection is breaking up, but I think I get the point. So the local representative, not only do they help to facilitate transactions, they also are familiar with protocol, what's possible and how things are done.
Yeah.
So how would it work in, what, like, can you give an example of that? What you mean? I'm just not getting it.
I mean, like, for example, if offering a meal, right, or something, right, it's going to be pretty hard. Like, for example, about the Samantha share problem, right? I'm not problem. She struggled to offer in Dana, and then
Yes, I had a problem as well. I couldn't get anyone to take my credit card over the phone. So so in this case, so other people in the UK would contact Samantha when they were in giving in offering food, but what would Samantha do?
That Samantha can transfer at once, the all collection at once, at the end of the month. Then, or if someone, what another thing is, if they're like, I was thinking actually, some of us may be going to visit the country. If we are visiting there, then we can get the money, or we can transfer.
Yeah, because the funds can't really go to the bank account for Sirimangalo International. It has to be outside of that. Like the food, as I understand it, the food has to be just outside of the Sirimangalo funds. So, do you think, would you want, like what you and I had done? I placed an order and then you cooked the order, which was great. That was very nice, and that worked out well. I mean, is that something that you would want to do with people in other countries, or do you want them to send an offering to you, and then you would fulfill the order on their behalf? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, what I did, I just microwave and then liquid. No, actually, really, Anthony, did you got the point? And then.
Sort of. I'm more interested in what Robin is asking now. Like, what is the person going to do?
Yeah.
The main thing is like, it's pretty hard to transfer the money and then for one meal or couple of meals, right? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So in the local Samantha, right?
Yes.
Getting that money, so then she can transfer the whole thing and then it's going to be easier. I mean, easier means.
But who would she transfer it to?
I mean, Samantha can transfer. I mean, I'm saying Samantha. I mean, for example, like she can transfer to the whatever organization account, right?
She can't. No, she can't. That's the problem. It can't go to Sirimangalo International because, I mean, we understand it. The food dana should be separate. I think that's what it seemed to be. That as the with Bante as a director of the nonprofit, things that go directly to him shouldn't go.
Do we have another kind of account? Can we set up an account or something like that, or this kind?
Account?
Different account, like. Oh.
I mean, we We could. I'm just, I'm not sure how this would work.
But so is it really difficult for them to do to purchase online, say for 1 week, a week's worth of groceries? Is it difficult for them to do that and send it to the monastery?
Well, that does require somebody to be there to cook it.
Okay.
So that was kind of why we got away from groceries initially, was because there isn't someone there, steadily to cook.
Okay, but even just say ordering food for a day or 3 days, if someone wanted to order food from a restaurant and have it sent to the monastery, is that difficult to do internationally?
It is. When I called, they simply wouldn't take my credit card over the phone. They said it had to be swiped when the delivery person arrived. It had to be physically swiped through their machine. Now, granted, I only called 3 places, but they all said the same thing, that they wanted the credit card physically swiped through their little handheld device that the driver would bring with them. So that, yeah, I mean, even I couldn't figure it out, and I honestly spent several hours over the course of a week trying to, make it work, and it just didn't.
And
Yeah, I
definitely
don't.
groceries are easier.
Groceries are easier in the sense that you can order them online through Grocery Gateway, but then that does require that someone's there to cook
Yeah,
them, and
okay.
that's a whole other can of
I'll
worms.
be there for 2 months for now.
Cooking.
I don't mind cooking.
The only thing with food is it just seems like it seems so complicated to send a meal, and if Bante is doing okay with, if there is food, being offered for him, or the food cards and so forth, if it's mainly the problem of an international person who can't send food, there are so many other things to send. We have this Amazon wish list for the meditation center, and anything that is needed for the center goes on that wish list. And that's very easy for people to use internationally, and it's quite personal too. You're picking out something, a needed gift, and everything. It's not food, but it sounds like food is kind of okay.
I know, yeah, we focus way too much on food. I think Bante is good for now. Like even meditators that come, we'll just do it on as a per need basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we focus too much on food right now.
Because of the fact that the food is so complicated, and it does seem like there's sufficient food available, with everything that's been put in place so far. If it's just a matter of, people internationally who'd like to, give a gift, there's definitely an easier way to do it, which is, through the wish list. There's quite a few items on the wish list, and I check it regularly, and a lot of the items, they've been there for a while, so maybe, we can recommend that for people who wish to give, but are having trouble, making the connections to give food. I mean, does that sound reasonable, or is there is there any reason that people would only want to give food? Culturally, I don't really know if there's if there's something better about giving food than giving like yoga mats. Yoga mats are one of the things that are on the wish list right now. Actually, I guess those were fulfilled. So, but things similar to that.
Well, culturally, we're in the West right now, so I don't think there's anything special about giving food over yoga mats.
Yeah, no, but we were talking about international people, so.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I don't know.
Yeah. But the really good thing is that we don't want to lose sight of is that the food is being offered, I guess, once a week or so by some local people. And a lot of food cards have been given, and so basically the food needs are met, and that we don't want to lose sight of that. That's really awesome that generosity has already been given, that things are okay, and certainly the moment Bante mentions that there's any need for food, I'm quite sure people will respond right away. That always seems to happen, but maybe just for people who are inclined to give right now and they're international, my suggestion would just be to check out the wish list. That's going to be easier for them.
Yeah, so when you do get someone that wants to offer food, we could determine if we need it at that moment, and if not, we could tell them that there's something else that's needed more.
Yeah, we can communicate through our volunteer email that food needs are pretty well met at the moment, but these are, here's a list of other things that are needed.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, just on this. It,
My problem is always determining what's more important, really, when I choose to give anything.
yeah.
And food always seems to be the most important thing.
It does, yeah.
Food and
But
chocolate.
it's just great to know that apparently there's someone coming once a week offering food locally, and
Thai family.
the Thai
Yeah.
family. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And the
Some
food.
other, some other people also appeared, like I would say one, sometimes two people once in 2 weeks, like that.
That's
Can you
nice.
hear me? Yeah.
Well,
Can you hear me?
Aruna, you're right there. So you let us know if there's any sign that there's not enough food, for Bhante and the meditators. Just let us know.
No, I used to manage some stuff like juice and then some milk, and then I don't worry about. But I'm worried about just if I'm away. I mean, if I'm because we were thinking about long-term solutions, right?
Yes.
So that's one of my goal. Like while I'm in here, how can I set up a long-term, things? Even I'm not here, then going to be workout, right?
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah. So actually, the Robin, you are right. I mean, you had a really hard time, right? So, and then other people might be too. So these, I went to almost all stores, stores, restaurant, and then so on. They are not accepting international things. We have to have a local person. And then another thing, like I used to offer juice afternoon and then morning milk or soya milk. So the thing is, even let's say we have milk in the fridge, we have to offer to Sangha, right? Or Bante, right? Especially. So the thing is, there might be someone happier, like, let's say we have a milk right here, but we have to offer to Bante, right? You
Yeah.
know, because even I give the whole milk, so he cannot take it for
Right.
2 days. So he can just, I think, 12 hour, right? For a one,
Yeah.
he
No.
can.
He definitely can't, help himself to something that's in the fridge. It has to be offered. But Mate
Yeah.
has also said that he doesn't feel that a permanent steward is something that he's looking for. It's great that you're there temporarily, and great, wonderful, awesome that you're there as a meditator. But I know that he's not permanently looking for someone to permanently steward. So we need to plan things outside of having a steward there. So maybe it just becomes part of our monastery that whomever is there as a meditator, this is what you do at this time. You go to the fridge and you get the juice and
I
you offer
think
it or whatever.
I think
No, we
Whatever you
can't
do.
do that.
The meditator can do
Someone
that?
has to want to do it.
Pardon?
Someone has to want to do it. We can't
Oh,
just
okay.
put it as their responsibilities.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes
They're there
sense.
to
Sure.
meditate. Sure, they would want to give milk or whatever if they think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I will have to give it some thought. No, you're right, of course. That not trying to make it a
I
requirement.
I
Yeah.
think yeah, for sure. I mean, if even we might not concern about I mean, someone who is staying here. I think, yeah, the good idea may be with the time there might be someone appear just local who is residents to, in the street or close by.
Yeah.
So then in that sense, it's going to be easier, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
going to take some
with the
time
time, I think,
to form
with
the
the
local
time.
community.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm concerning that. I mean, locals might get the benefits with the Dhamma
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
Aruna,
he has a Tim's card. He has a meal plan card. I think he's good for now. Like, there's no urgent need to give him like milk or some snacks in the morning. I think he's fine.
Aruna, could you put down your ideas in an email and share it with the food dana, with at least, or maybe the whole volunteer email, just so, because it sounds like you have a lot of ideas and your mic is a little hard to hear, but definitely want to
okay.
hear a little more of what you're saying. But I do have to go also. I need
Hmm.
to stop the
So, any
broadcast
last
here.
words? Anything else, Surgeon, we have to discuss?
No. Okay. Yeah, Aruna, if you could send an email to the volunteer group and just put your ideas in writing, I think it would you know, would help us to sort out, you know, exactly what's
Oh yeah, I will do.
Okay.
Yeah, what about posting those ideas on Slack? Is that possible?
Oh yeah, Slack.
Yeah.
For sure, Slack.
But not everybody is on it, so
Yeah.
we'll do email.
Well, maybe both, really. That's what I did with the admin meeting. Well, actually, I did it a little bit differently, but yeah, probably using both for a short time is
Okay, both.
because we have so few people on Slack right now.
Uh-huh.
But once we can convince everybody to migrate over, then we can discontinue the email. That'd be nice.
Okay.
All righty.
Bye.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.